Morning. Can you hear me? Is there anybody there? Let me know if you can hear me, see me. There we go. Good morning, little Lauren. Hello. So I'm going to keep this brief. Good morning, Jackie Brown. Oh, it's nice to see you. Can you hear me? Okay. So I've been away for a bit. I'm not going to speak about that today because I'll be here forever. But I've been sitting under here this morning, clearing my energy. Hi, Crispy. Hi, Jane. Hi, Kirst. And I want to talk a little bit about, so before I cleared my energy and did everything that I'm doing, good morning, Billy, I tuned into the collective energy just to see, hi, Emma Hughes, good morning, sweetheart, to see what was going on, because if you don't know, on the 29th, there was a massive solar flare from the sun, an X flare. Now I've been following space weather for just a couple of years, and I've never seen a solar flare of this magnitude. That doesn't mean saying that it hasn't happened. It just means I haven't been aware of it. And the sun has been very active, right? So the solar flares kicked off, and it's here right now. The energies are just beginning to reach us. And I've had a little bit, I've looked a little bit, you know, a lot of people are saying a lot of things about this, and I just want to give my take on what I'm feeling and what it means for the collective. So, by the way, I haven't washed my face this morning, I haven't brushed my teeth, you know, I'm coming on here because it's important information to share. So when I tuned in this morning, I mean, there's so much that I could tell you about what's been going on for the past 2 weeks, but I'll get around to sharing that stuff with you eventually. But when I've sat here, I'm like, okay, what's the collective energy doing? It's all lower chakra stuff, okay? So it is fear, it is guilt, and it is shame, okay? And what's happening is these energies are being presented for us to clear. And the energy of this solar flare, there's so much light. There's this massive, just think about it as this massive ball of light. Good morning, Annie. Hurtling towards Earth and its energy. And it's going to affect everybody and everything on the planet in one way or another, okay? I can only speak to you about energetically how it's going to affect things, because that's just what I do. That's just what I feel. So energetically, this is coming in to help us clear blockages within our lower chakras. It's helping us clear fear, shame, and guilt. Now, what does that mean? That means that in the lead up to this, and you know, for the next Wednesday, I've been told until Wednesday, and maybe longer for some people, there is, if you want to work on yourself, be aware of what the universe is showing you with regards to your own guilt, fear, and shame. Now we're going to feel that physically move through our bodies, okay? So there might be purging. There might be, stomach issues one way or another. There might be, for one, they might find that they are getting the early onset of their menstrual cycle. Things being cleared, a lot of guilt, shame with regards to sex, right? A lot of that will be clearing. And security stuff, people not feeling secure, feeling alone. All these energies are what is being presented just now for clearing. Okay. And so things to look out for are your dreams, what's happening in your dreams. They could be really vivid just now. We're also at Halloween, right? So this date today is a very prominent date in the calendar. For Satanists. So this date is used for a lot of nefarious goings on. And I feel a lot of this being brought to the surface with this energy, okay? This light is just pulling this all out. So things might get very noisy in the collective, in the news, in the papers, in the MSN, in the world. There might be a lot of confusion happening. And I want you just to think about, if this is a film, and you're watching it, what's coming up, the topics of the film are fear and shame and guilt, okay? So be aware of anything that is being projected to you, anything that you are feeling within yourself. Good morning, Dawn and your beautiful children. Good morning, everyone. It's really nice to have you here. Nice to be talking with you again. I missed you all. And thank you for all the love that's been sent to me, by the way. I'm very grateful, very humbled. So this is, if you want to be aware of energetically what's happening within the collective, it's this clearing of fear, shame, guilt. All right. So you're going to see it. Okay, you're going to be aware of it. You're going to feel it. And it's about being aware of this and allowing ourselves to recognize, well, why? Why am I feeling guilty about that? Why am I feeling that? Why do I feel shame about that? You're not the same person that you were whenever you did something that made you feel shame or guilt. And the past is only ever going to put you into negative emotions predominantly. That's why many people suffer depression, because they live in the past, or the past haunts them, right? And this is a haunting time, Halloween. So just think about how all that comes together and how all this has been used against us over the years. But what we need to do is we need to get smart. And I suppose that's part of my job. If I can bring it into your awareness, energetically what's happening, then you can be aware of the external and not react or not go into these vibrations, okay? Or if you do go into these vibrations, recognize that you're in that vibration and be able to heal it and pull yourself out of it, okay? So we want to combat and transmute these feelings that are coming in, because what happens during this time is the veil's also very thin. So you might see things like, I've been seeing a lot of stuff with my physical eyes, out the corner of my eye. I've been seeing people run by me that aren't there, and so the veil is very thin at this time, this veil of forgetfulness. So you're actually very connected to your creator at this time. However, as with most things in this world, it's been used to connect to, the invert of that. So going in and connecting up today is going to be really helpful. There's also going to be lots of downloads coming in. I find that as these solar flares come in, I just get Like download, hey Neil, download after download after, hi Donna, Mike, hello. Download after download after download. So all these ideas, inspiration, thoughts. Um, just be really aware just now of how you're feeling in your body, of your thought process. Instead of going, we're going to be tried to pulled into this guilt, shame, fear, instead of listening to these downloads and this inspiration and creativity. Yeah, because that's really what's coming in. It's just if we allow ourselves to be pulled into the distraction, we're going to go into these lower emotions and these lower feelings and these lower states, okay? So energetically, that's what I'm picking up is happening. Okay, so a lot of shadow rearing its head, in the collective, just being aware. I say it all the time, trying not to interact with that, trying not to react to that, trying to stay in a place of love and compassion. And I also feel that this is a big test that's going to happen over the next kind of 72 hours because, if there is going to be a big, massive solar flare, the event, sometimes it's called, let me get my coffee, they're going to have to test where we are, how we react to this flare. Is everybody going to go crazy? So I feel this is like a warm up, like a test as to how do they fare in all areas, spiritually, energetically, physically. How do the systems, the physical electronic systems of Earth react to flares of higher magnitude coming in? Because we're used to bursts of, C flares. But X flares are, as I say, I haven't seen one in the past couple of years since I've been studying it. So it feels like a test as well, okay? So it's a big initiation, big test. Your fears, because fears might be presenting right now, guilt, shame, whatever it is, recognize it for what it is, okay? And sit. And if you don't know what to do with it, sit in meditation. There's never been a better time to connect into your heart, connect up into your stream of consciousness, into your higher selves, your highest light, the ultimate creator of your soul, and just say, show me, how do I clear this? What is this trying to tell me? How do I move forward? How do I get unstuck from this lower dimensional vibration? Was there anything else? Yeah, also, so what I'm also being shown is sacred sites lighting up in this energy, okay? So if you're near any kind of sacred site, Stonehenge is obviously a big famous one here, Avesbury, stone circles, any kind of sacred site, because what's happening is, they're talking about it affecting the electronic grid and, things may be going out and blah, blah, blah. But we also have an energetic grid called the ley line system, the song lines, whatever you want to call it. And that's interacting with this energy. And it is very, very high frequency. So if you're able to get energy and make sure you're protected, you're grounded and you're clear, obviously, and sitting and meditating in these sites, there are loads of information that you can be getting at this time. Asking to be shown what New Earth looks like, what should you be focusing on, what should you be creating, what these beautiful creations, this is what our downloads, what we should be bringing to this earth, rather than focusing on the things that have led us into fear or guilt or shame. So just being aware of that and being able to flip the switch on the narrative of what they're trying to promote. Yeah. So I felt this energy coming in yesterday. It knocked me a little bit off center. So centering yourself, also very important. I felt a little bit dizzy yesterday as these energies were coming in, a little bit lightheaded. Um, I really had to ground, and I'm like, should I be grounding myself? Yeah, it's very important to ground yourself in these energies. Hydrate, okay, hydration. She says drinking coffee. Hydrating water, not coffee. And saging, just keeping your area. Great date. Oh, that's interesting. Kicked out there. So I don't know what you heard and what you didn't hear, but what I was saying was a great day for clearing the energy in your home, a great day for clearing your own energy. Sage is your friend today. Just making sure that, you know, anything you're connecting to is from the highest vibration, ensuring you're on your highest timeline. The fire dragons can also help you clear your lower chakras, okay? So to help remove and clear and transmute the energy of the base chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, okay? Invoking the fire dragon to come in and clear this away, burning away that lower vibration, helping your lower chakras to be clear and balanced and centered. I think that's all I wanted to cover this morning. I need to run. I've got lots to do. I'm slowly getting back to work, and I have been doing bits of work throughout being off, because obviously there's still stuff to do. There's still things being posted out and that. However, you'll see I'm still not quite at full capacity, but I am getting there. I've got lots to share with you. I learned so much through the past 2 weeks of my healing journey that I want to share with you. Also to share with you some things not to do, learned by my mistakes. So I'm going to come in, share that with you when the time feels right. But as for now, embrace these energies that are coming in, because it's love and it's light, okay? And what we need to get good at is flying in these energies and rising above the lower dimensional stuff. Once we've cleared these lower chakras, we don't have to be in that energy anymore. It just doesn't have to be there. And we can rise above these energies, and we can really fly in these energies with creation and downloads and manipulating, energy manipulation, and flying in these energies. That's really, they're coming for us to be like, yes. So this is a celebration of light right now with these energies coming in. It's a blessed thing to be happening. It's absolutely divine. Hi, D. Celis. Hi, Katie. So it's a beautiful time to celebrate love and light and connection and creativity. And if you find yourself falling into these lower emotions of shame and guilt and fear, let's address it, let's face it, and move forward. Because, as I say, this is like this big test coming in, right? How do they fare when there is a massive amount of light hitting the collective? So it's going to be interesting to watch over the next kind of 72 hours. Let's just be aware. Let's just watch. Let's be very, what's the word? Let's be very aware. Aware is the only word I can think. only word I can think of. Let's just be very aware of the external, of our internal, of how this energy affects things. Because it will really help us to understand the more this happens and the more this happens and the more light comes into the planet. So this is a good thing. This is an awesome thing. It's definitely going to wake more people out as they come out of their shadow aspects, out of those lower chakras. And it's an awesome time to be alive. So, Catherine, that was me 6 weeks. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a chat about this, because there's a lot been going on, particularly within people within the spiritual community with regards to illness. And I think we need to change the way. Nobody needs to do anything, but changing the way we look at sickness. Because I've been the same, Catherine, 6 weeks, and it's hard going, and I'm just coming out the other end of it. Still got some little ulcers and stuff happening there, but I'm gonna chat about it in a different live, okay? But let's just get through these energies of the next 72 hours, and we can address that another point. I'm gonna go. Have a beautiful day. I love you all.